gratitude. Hello, friends. Logging into the server. This is gonna be a quite my dang webcam is all over the place as well. It's gonna be quite casual, probably quite short stream. Just wanted to check in for everyone with the server. With my nemesis here, the growing wild sunflowers, which have been in this state of 11 out of 12 for 3 real life days. I keep logging out down here so that I can check in on them, and they keep on still not being at growth stage 12. For a reminder, we have Art of Growing on here, which means you won't get seeds from anything unless it's at the final there. Final growth stage. I'm very out of it. Say, thanks for subscribing, Mama John. It's nice to see you. Hello, Super the Underdog. Hello, Sparrow. Hello, Captain Dysphoria. Got everybody there. So yeah, this is going to be a quick, maybe half hour to maybe an hour stream. Really quite a short one because I'm today. But I wanted to check in anyway. How is the volume still look so loud? Oh, that's why. Why? You all let me know if my voice is fully audible. I'm just going based off of the visual of the bars in OBS because I can't hear the sound very well. Music is always loud in every game ever. Hello, Edgerton. Yes, that's true. But I have the music turned way down. So the thing, and I've said this before. The problem with the vintage story, it's nice and early good. What to do with nighttime? Why is my food? There's something wrong with the no offline food spoil mod. Sometimes I log in and everything is perfectly fine. Sometimes I log in and everything has spoiled. There seems to be no rhyme or reason to it. It seems to be random chance. I'm so mad. I need one sunflower seed. I need one seed, and then I can start breeding them up, and eventually we can have oil, which will allow us to make basically infinite light sources very easily. But this is the only one that's even close in this whole area. Got all of them marked with green. The rest of these are all no higher than stage 9. How many? It's been more than 2 weeks in game, and it has not progressed a single stage. I'm just alright, I'm gonna walk back up north. Just gonna walk back up north, back to spawn. It's a bit of a walk, which is why I've been, logging out down here. There's plenty of sunflowers around. Like I said, all of these green dots are marked sunflowers that I have found. Another one down there, but this is the only one that's at stage 11, and none of them are at stage 12, which is what I need them to be at. Oh, it's so frustrating. So now I gotta schlep back up to the to the spawn town. I just want to show off the progress that we've made and everything. These haven't grown either, I don't think. Yeah, these have both been growing for the same amount of time. How many in-game days does it take for a crop to grow one stage? And it's a 12-stage crop, so like one stage shouldn't last that long for these. I don't know, you guys. I hope everyone's having a good time and a good week. I think these ones have progressed, but they're not at 12. 11. These are at 11 as well. I'm gonna pin this one too then. So the one's most likely to find. I put out a bounty. If anyone can get me oh, hello. Walk past this how many times? I haven't seen it. Grab that. Yes, I will grab that. Is there more under here? There is. Oh ho! So the trip was not a waste after all. Make Terra Preta out of that. Which I think somebody left some Terra Preta at the farm. I haven't touched it yet. Alright. Well, that's nice. Oh, some wolves over there. I have pretty heavily nerfed the aggro range of the wolves. So where do you want acorns? I don't have a spot for tree seeds. If you mean for food, I haven't got much of a cooking setup just yet. So I think wolves shouldn't aggro unless within like 6 or 7 blocks of them, I think. So I should be okay over here. I think somebody was setting up a kitchen by spawn, right? I do want to do cooking, but I've been focusing my online time since server start on the farm. So I've just been doing the crops and some berries. I did plant a bunch of berry bushes. I have fox over there. Very cute. Unless you're colorblind, in which case it might be kind of tough to see. It's not super far to get back to spawn, but it's far enough that it's an annoying walk. Every single time I walk down to the sunflowers that we were just coming from now, I think surely they have grown by now, and I don't want to miss them and have them roll over back to stage 1. So I'd better go down and check them again every single time. 11 out of 12. 11 out of 12. Every time. Forever. One of these days. One of these days they'll be ready. And then I will have my sunflower seeds, and then we can start growing sunflowers. They have still not grown, Holly. They are still at 11 out of 12, and it is very upsetting. Colorblind? Just learned. Well, if you've just learned that you're colorblind, then it probably hasn't been holding you back too much, I would hope. But, I'm sorry to hear that. Condolences on discovering that you don't have all of the colors. I mean, no human has all of the colors, but there's a standard range that most of us do have. There's a few people, actually like myself, which have a little bit extra. And I have to admit, I do like having a little bit extra, so... yes, condolences on that. But you're doing great without all those colors. Not as well as other people. Yeah, I think that's pretty common, actually. Probably quite frustrating to realize, I understand. But not enough to hold you back. Oh, one of those how many shades can you count? Was this, just to check, was this a professionally administered test, or was this something you found online? Because with the ones you find online, it is really, really important to make a note that it depends largely on the screen you're using. Oh, Holly, those glasses, alas, they have been thoroughly debunked as a scam. Unfortunately, there are no magic glasses that can fix color blindness. The people who tested them, who were not just, you know, influencers who are getting sponsored by them and stuff like that, the people who've tested them have said that basically they make certain colors seem more vivid, but they don't give you more shades of the colors, and they make some colors seem more vivid and some colors get duller. So they basically just kind of shift the limited color vision you have to be more heavily weighted to one end. So apparently they can be kind of cool to look through, but they don't. The whole thing about them granting you magically vision that you didn't have before. Oh, hello, that's a wolf. Just gonna scooch by over here, excuse me. Don't mind me. There are a lot of wolves out. And for some reason, all of the wolves in our neighborhood, in this region, I haven't seen a single wolf that wasn't solid black, which is weird. And I heard somebody else commented on that too. It wasn't professionally administered. It is entirely possible that you can see better than you realize, and just the screen that you were using doesn't display the colors with full accuracy. So don't despair. But people in person react weirdly to the way you describe colors. Huh. Well, if you got fewer colors than the average person, then what can you do, I guess? Nothing. I do understand that being a bummer, though. I have been told, hey, Rafty, person with the Sky Farm has sunflowers. Sky Farm? You're saying words to me, Mama Jama, that I understand individually. Are you saying somebody is already growing sunflowers? Yeah, definitely talk to an eye doctor. Don't take to heart too much the specifics of whatever an online test gives you. But it is, you know, a good thing to check in with a doctor about, and then they can give you a more accurate test and some better information. We're nearly back to spawn. This is the walk I have to take just to see if my sunflowers have grown. And every time I go, like I said, every time I'm 100% sure they have got to have been grown by now. Farm with the big staircase going up. Up on the whale, you mean? Has somebody planted a farm up on the whale? I put out a bounty for those seeds, and somebody is hoarding them for themselves. How cruel. Everyone is allowed to make their own farm if they want to, for the record. So I should be commenting on what I'm looking at here. So I believe Mama Jama, we have to thank for setting up this windmill up there. Which there's apparently a slice taken out of a mountain, which is a little upsetting to look at, but defying the laws of physics, we got a windmill already. Week into the server, a week in, we've got a wall around spawn, which I believe Mephansterus is primarily responsible for building the wall. The ruins that were at spawn when we launched the server have largely been either dismantled for materials or rebuilt as other buildings. Oh, that's right. I have been asked to move the Sammys. Apparently, only the person who plays the Night Watcher can pick it up. I was told there are platforms for Sammy, but I did not write down where they are. Somebody please remind me after the stream. I will take care of that after the stream so that these can be placed in a more useful location. We've got the teleport rebuilt. Or repaired. So this teleport... Actually, I haven't unlocked it yet. Let's do that. Spawn. We've got... Let's just do a little circuit here. So we have the Patchwork, Stitchery, and Dye Works, which I love the construction of this building. This is spectacular. Good use of the wattle and daub with the different colors and with the different stages of building it. And this is where we've got all the dyes. I believe this one's Mama Jama, is that right? I delivered, okay, it's been processed already. I had the first, it is you, cool. The first big harvest at the farm, mostly of flax. I brought all the flax over here so that it could be used for whatever folks need it for. All different fibers. We got all the different fibers from Taylor's Delight mod and from the woolen things. This gorgeous construction right here is the beehive kiln for pottery, I believe. So we've got that already. Incredible. We've got what appears to be a lone bloomer right here. And there's a gatehouse up here. Is this a fruit tree? Oh, apple tree. That's an apple tree. Cool. Windmills because of the harvest. So, we've got this impressive construction, really. Don't know how to get fiber from flax? Give me the flax, I will take care of it. I'm processing all the grains. I can show you how to do it as well. We got like a proper wall up here. I think there's already been comments that we may need to expand it at some point because people are building a lot. But nice little buildings here. Ooh, that's bomb. This was the little starter farm that I made, and I've pretty much kind of left this to whatever people want to use it for, but I will sneak in here and grab anything that is withered, mature, not mature, withered, and I'll add those to the... Actually, I might plant the wild ones here. Oh, parsnip, I need that. Plant the... I'll get over here. Plant the wild ones here. I have enough wild seeds at this point, I think. I will keep... I don't have any parsnips yet, though. I gotta watch this chat, I gotta watch that chat over on the other screen, and I gotta watch my brain all at the same time. How am I gonna do this? Bring off for Wilderness Shed. The carrots, I mean, I'm only harvesting things that are withered, but there appear to be some mature carrots, so if anyone wants to come and harvest mature... at the moment, I've just been focusing on getting as many seeds as large as possible. So I am letting everything wither, with the exception of the grains, which they don't wither, they just get to mature and then you process them. Rot in there. If you're there's mature carrots and mature the green round thing, cabbage, mature cabbage in here. You can take those if you want to. I will ask, by the way. I think I've kind of should be paying attention to all these beautiful buildings that people are making. There's too much sensory overload. All right, half finished building here. There's plenty of grain we got in here. This is the tannery. Oh, that's going to be the bakery. Oh, lovely. Nice, nice. And then this right here is the smithery. Smithy. All the metalworking. Oh my goodness, we got meteoric iron? I gotta ask somebody to make me some tools. The tools I have are wearing out. I still got some back at the farmhouse, but... And then the cathedral, which has been largely rebuilt. This looks kind of like a mushroom, I like it. This was kind of our starter building for the group. Ooh, it's a plant. Ooh, bald cypress, nice. A lot of things have been repaired. We've got crates full of stuff. There's chests full of stuff. Lots of glass bottles. Very nice. I'm gonna need glass bottles at some point, but no rush. I'm not going to show in super detail everything because it's going to be a shorter stream. Like I said, we've got bees already. It looks like, actually. These all look ready to harvest. I don't know who was taking on bee responsibility, who's the beekeeper. But you might want to check up on your bees. We've got the first broken static translocator. This was a reward for getting the first iron anvil, which happened in like 24 hours or something. It was wild how fast that was. Still needs repairing. This was one of the ruin. I think we're keeping this ruin probably because it's just cool. It's like a hand. We've got Mushroom's house. We won't poke around too much, but overwhelmed with honey. Oh, good. We should be overwhelmed with lanterns then, right? Alethwen's house. Very nice. One out on the floor. And I think these ruins are still basically ruins at the moment. Up here, there are some aminals. Oh, and we've got an orchard. Lots of trees, which are growing in nicely. And animals. We already have herds of sheep. Sheep. Bighorn sheep. We've got chickens. And we've got pigs. Although not all that many pigs. I guess they don't feed on plates are the issue. Oh, for the lanterns you mean? Yeah, pigs don't eat grass, so we need some more vegetables for the pigs. It's a little more difficult. So, regarding the food and the farm, I'm gonna go over and... Oh, there's 2 more buildings here. Hop into. My brains are just a puddle of mush today. Just take a peek at some of these reconstructed ruins. Looks like we got Rufty in here. Hello, Rufty. Just taking a quick peek. Nice building. Large. Roomy. Very good. And this is the one I think Tells and Mama Jama were working in. Yep. Find all this, my goodness. All kinds of stuff in here. And then, yes, Astorial is working on another building here. Ooh, comes a mint. Nice. Astorial's oddities. Some more Waddle and Daub. Ooh, and a bunch of dye. Almost afraid to see how much loot you already got. Actually, not too much. But we do have a lot of things a little more difficult this time around, so progress should be a little bit slower, at least for now. Alright, let's head out. You guys are leaving the doors open all the time. You're gonna get wolves in here. Not been ready to let it. I'm not complaining. I was half expecting that I would step in there and you'd have a pile of temporal gears or something. You got the sunflower vessel in the tower. Butterfly. Alright, bye-bye. And that's Well Mountain. Somebody apparently is growing sunflowers on the tail. I'm gonna have to barter for some seeds. I need sunflowers. You mean in this tower? I would also like soybeans, but I think we'll have to go a lot further south to find those. Still watch the stream? Where am I looking? What are we looking for? Whee! On the roof. Yes. That's a nice view up here. Look at that. Look at our beautiful little village. Oh, yellow vessel on the ground floor. Did I not poke into it? Oh my! Lots of gold. Ooh. Valuables. I have been focusing the time that I've spent on here primarily on the farm and on preserving food. Preserving food, for the most part, just takes a lot of time. Like, I've been spending time boiling down, like juicing berries and boiling them down into the juice down into syrup, which takes forever, but then the syrup lasts for ages and ages and ages. And then if you candy, if you want a real view, come up to the windmill. I don't think I'm gonna make it up to the windmill on this stream, but I will definitely check it out soon. I should probably check my crops. So they may be ready. Yeah, I wanted to say, by the way, I put signs up, but there's a lot of entrances into here. So please, if you've got seeds to donate, and I'm sharing all of the stuff that I'm growing, like the first couple of rounds of crops, I'm turning into seeds, but then well, the grain gives you both seeds and grain. So I've been putting most of the grain over in the cathedral basement. It was close. Thank you, Storielio. We got lots of donations. Excellent. Thank you so much, everyone. I will plant these very soon. But I've asked everyone, please, if you've got seeds to donate to the farm, if you want to grow your own farm, please, by all means. I'm not trying to tell everyone they're not allowed to be farmer, only me. But as far as this farm goes, I'm trying to set up a sort of system, which means I need to be on top of it myself. So if you've got seed donations, this is the place to leave them, and people have been doing so, and I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. I think there's already some of this in here. Oh no, that's just high for it. Okay, I'll deal with it later. So please don't plant in this field, these 3 fields. There'll be a 4th soon. And also, please don't harvest from these fields unless there is dire need and you're gonna starve unless you take something from here. I'm trying not to harvest anything mature until the next round of planting. It's been taking less than an in-game month for things to go to seed, so we've got plenty of time before winter hits, and I will make sure we have plenty of food when that happens. So for now, the only way to get more seeds is to let things go all the way to seed. These are, okay, they're not quite ready. We've got mature ones, but I'm not going to touch the mature ones. You can't get higher level seeds either. Oop, these are withered. Those. You can't get higher level seeds unless you let them go to seed. So. Oop, hello, Mama Jam. Nice to see you. You've got a bowl in your hands. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh, that's awesome. My tools are indeed running low. I'm gonna need a new shovel soon too, but I can come over and make one at some point as well. I am capable. But if somebody's making stuff and they wanna, give me something, I'm not gonna say no. So yeah, if everyone would be so kind and patient with me, I promise I've got a strategy and a system, and I promise I will bring almost all of the food over there as soon as it's ready for storage. Just made them for the community this morning. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, these were planted more recently. These ones are... The onions, for some reason, seem to be the slowest crop to grow, which feels really weird. And I wonder if it's because... These ones are withered. I wonder if it's because they want you to harvest them and get the green onions, because you can get spring onions from them. So, add these to the shelf for now. Use onions to make orange dye too. Good to know. All right. Like I said, I promise I will not just make seeds forever. I promise I will have actual food for everyone soon. Got some candy in here. Storing some mushrooms, which I'm gonna... If I don't use them within the time, because vegetables will last for ages, and I've saved some grain for myself. But basically everything else I've been transporting, either turning into seeds or transporting to the cathedral basement, which, when there is a ruler... Where'd this come from? You just give me this. I didn't see that. Hang up the pick for now. I'll hang up the axe as well, until I need it. Suppose the food I left here is very spoiled at this point. Once again, I logged out thinking I'll just pop down real quick. I need to make a well in here. So I'll just pop down real quick to the sunflowers. Surely they're ready by now, and they weren't. Tragic. Alright. Okay, well here's some soaked linen straw. So I can actually demonstrate to anyone who wants to know how you process the linen. I think I've even got some flax in there. So, here we go, little tutorial. I still gotta finish outfitting this building, by the way. This is the farmhouse. I need lights for it. Again, if we can just get some sunflowers growing, and we could get oil from them. So, okay, here's some dry flax. There is a bug where you have to pick it up and then put it down before you can actually sort it out. But you take a stick in your offhand, and you right-click the dried grains when they're on the ground. This goes for all of the grains, not just flax. Ooh, that one worked. Okay. Rye. More flax. So once those grains are dried out, that's what you do with them. And then you will get straw from the grains, which is, if anyone wants to take any of the straw I leave here, please, for goodness sake, come and take it. I don't have a use for it. Once you have the linen straw, the flax drops linen straw instead of regular straw. You take that, you find a source block of water, and you Control-Shift right-click, and you place it in the water. It's got to soak for 7 days, 7 in-game days. So you just leave that, come back, check it. The tooltip will tell you when it's done. Then once it's done, you get this soaked linen straw. And then actually, you can use a bucket for this, but I think if you do it in a barrel, it doesn't use up the water. Drop the soaked straw in some water. Yep, it doesn't use up the water there. Then you need a comb. Actually, for this one, you don't need a comb. I've only got one piece here, so it's not going to give me very much. But you hold the right mouse button to crumple it in your hands. That'll give you crumpled linen straw. Then you got to put a wooden, sorry, not a comb, a wooden ridge in your offhand. Then hold right-click, and that will turn it finally into a fiber. So you get 1 fiber per straw. So that's why we need to breed the flax up. Fortunately, with the grains, like I said, you get both the grain and the seeds. All the vegetables you have to choose. You either get the grain or the seed. I am going to take care of the flax. Like I said, I already brought a stack and a half over, I think it was yesterday. What we might do, might grab some of these berries and preserve. We are going to need as much preserved stuff as possible. I do want to replant the small grains. Oh, that's medium. Ooh, first medium grain. I need to make some food for myself. Alright, the onions have been kind of throwing me off. I had a rotation sort of sequence in mind, and then it turns out, like, these onions were planted, I think, day 1 of the server. Not these ones, but these ones, and they're still not done. Meanwhile, these are on their 2nd rotation, and they're pretty close to being done, or at least halfway done. So we've had 1.5 rotations of most crops, and the first rotation of onions isn't even finished. So I'm going to have to give onions their own special field. I don't know why they are like that. But since this side of the field is kind of messed up because of the onions, I guess we'll at least leave in all the... Please, if you can come in here and you feel like for some reason you want to harvest, I don't think we really need much more hay. But if you're using a scythe, I'll just demonstrate actually. Demonstrate. Somebody did say they want plain grass for the animals as well, so soon I will make like some kind of platform, maybe outside the wall of the town, so I can run over to it easily. I'm also gonna make a road back and forth because it's kind of a slow process right now. But if you got a scythe, if somebody is feeling in the mood to cut grass, we don't really need it. We've got plenty of grass, I think, at the moment. But if you're in the mood to cut grass anyway, please hit F if you're going to use it in the fields, and click Remove Grass, so that it actually removes the grass from growing, rather than leaving these to regrow, because we don't need them. Watch for the myrtle. Yes, I don't even know where that is actually. I'm not sure where you found that. Like I could use another side actually. I'll get that later. All right. So let's replant. This whole side of this field right now is just going to be whatever I happen to have on hand, because the rotation for this one got a little borked because of the onions. But now I know. Now I know. Next time around, next rotation, we'll do it better. Has it not been raining, by the way? All right. And that's wild. I'll just go throw that with the rest of it in the basement. Yeah, there should be plenty of grains in the cathedral basement. It has? Okay, good. I'm just worried because the fields are kind of dry. Let's just There's always so much grass. My inventory is constantly filling up with grass. Yeah, moisture 50%, which is the baseline when it's got 2 blocks away from water. Which means it hasn't been rained on recently. Dang it. Alright. I'm not gonna deal with the planting now, because I need my brain for that. And my brain is busy trying to stream. I will maybe make up a quick porridge. I've only been making like 3 servings of porridge at a time. This stuff is going bad so fast, but I think it'll last a while, so I'll make those. I think I'm just gonna make 1 serving, because it's all spoiling before I can eat it. I did reduce the spoilage rate a little bit, by the way. I hope it's been better. Yeah, there we go. Because, originally, the idea was spoilage rate would be quite high, but we would have the no offline spoilage thing. I'm gonna need a torch holder here as well at some point. I'll get it all sorted out eventually. But since the no offline food spoilage has been kind of not working properly, eat these. I reduced the spoilage rate a little bit. If it's still too high, it is still higher than default. So that we have, you know, strong motivation to preserve food. But if it's too much, I can still tweak it down a little bit. We can always tweak things, you know? Stupid with zinc. I like that description. Let's get like a stack and a half of cranberries. I have a whole barrel of cranberry syrup in the basement, even though cranberries have a little bit less saturation than other berries. I like... Oh, wait, no, I want two stacks, not stack and a half. What am I doing? What are you thinking, man? This is what happens when you stream. Your brain turns into goop. And you look like a fool in front of all of the people. Delicious. Cranberries are my favorite food. Certainly my favorite fruit. Now I got some porridge. Good. So, I think, what's the time here? When has Regine hired? Oh gosh, I forgot I had those things on there. It's not a bad idea. Drink water? Have a drink of water, everyone, if you got one. Come on. Oh. Yes, remind me after I'm done streaming and I'll move the watchers, because I'll need somebody to remind me where they are and flip back and forth between windows and stuff. So, I think what I'll do, we'll finish off by making some syrup. You can see how long it takes. And then I will be done. Done for today. I'd hoped to do like a proper 2-hour stream today, but I'm just broken. The tree pollen has begun to infest the air, and it's messing with my throat, and it's messing with my head. You guys have changed the clocks already in the States? Oh, good lord. I still don't understand why that is still done anywhere. Let's see if this is, this was one of the things okay, let me do this. Then I'll talk. Come on. Hold down the mouse button for this long. Okay. One of the things that was a problem with the higher rate of food spoilage is that these dehydrated berries were spoiling before they could dry. So, that's not fun. To annoy everyone, Mama-chan, that's not just to annoy teachers, that's to annoy everyone who isn't a morning person. And I know morning people who are like, isn't it so nice? I'm like, no, it's not nice. Oh, but the sun is out so much later. No. No. The sun is out precisely the same amount of time as it always has been. The clock is just lying about what time it is so that people like me with a delayed sleep phase, who can't fall asleep before 3 a.m. now can't fall asleep before 4 a.m. and yet are still expected to get up at the same clock time. And it's absolutely stupid. I believe it has been proven conclusively that it does not have any actual benefit, and the only reason anyone is still doing it is because not doing it anymore would require bureaucrats to actually sit down and make a decision about something and fill out the paperwork. And multiple countries, including all of the EU and the US, the governments have decided we all agree, we don't want to do this anymore, and then they didn't follow through, and so it's still happening. I don't get used to it is the thing, Holly. I don't get used to it. I never get used to it. And the change that happens in the fall, where they change the clocks back to reality, and they stop lying about what time it is, that's a good change, because you have an extra hour. You can sleep an extra hour. How is that ever bad for anyone? I don't understand. Like, if you are a morning person and you are okay with getting up an hour earlier, just get up an hour earlier. No one's stopping you. No one's being like, you may not get out of bed until this clock says a certain number. Get up earlier. I don't mind. You can go to bed earlier too. Literally no one is going to be like, how dare you go to bed earlier? But if you are not a morning person, people will force you. Like, even though I work at home and I set my own hours for work, I still have to get up early for like doctor's appointments and stuff like that. Which are now, well, not now, because in Europe at least they don't do it till the end of the month, but will soon be an hour earlier for no reason. Ugh. Anyway. Big pet peeve of mine. I just can't, I can't cope. Like, if I've got a doctor's appointment at 8 a.m., which is doctors frequently have their appointments only in the morning, I already have to get up after 3 hours of sleep. Now that appointment is actually really in reality at 7 a.m., but everyone's just decided to call that 8 a.m., so now I have to get up even earlier and get 2 hours of sleep. It's not good for your health. I'm gonna go grab the barrel. Not good for your health. Not good for my health. Benefits no one. Stop doing it. Sheesh. Sure, now that I've ranted about that real good, that everyone will listen to me and stop doing it, right? Alright, so here's what we do. You juice the berries. So I should have kept a berry as a demo. Let me go grab a raw berry. A raw cranberry. My favoriteest fruit. Cranberries every single day. And you can't get them here. You can't get fresh ones here. Fresh for 3 days as a cranberry. Okay? Not a lot of time, not going to get you through the winter. This is all modded, by the way, in case anyone is watching and is not familiar with the vanilla game. These are still fresh for 3 days, but they got the juice squeezed out of them, and hopefully they will dry before they spoil. We'll see how it happens. So then you get the juice. The juice is good for 4 days, so still not great. But if you put it in a barrel and seal it up, for 7 days, it'll turn into wine, which will last for ages and ages and ages. Or you can do what I'm about to do. You can turn it into syrup. Get that lit. Now, this is just a matter of babysitting this. It doesn't need to be very hot. I think it's 200 degrees. So you don't need charcoal or anything like that. You just need a bunch of peat. But it will take ages because it takes a long time. I don't know if anyone's ever boiled down juice into syrup before. I have, and it does in fact take a heck of a long time. Yeah, I make the southeast wallgate 2 blocks wide. It's fine. What's good to make with the syrup? You can put syrup on fruit bread or muffins, or in porridge as one of the 4 ingredients in porridge. Or you can boil the same berry in it that you made the syrup from and make candy, which is what I have downstairs. So, oh goodness. Always good to drink carbonated water when you're streaming, right? So these have been in here for, in real life, like 4 or 5 days, I think. 4 days. Time isn't real. But as you can see, in even just a chest, not even a vessel, because I haven't bothered to make vessels for here yet. I should do that soon. 149 days, and also each cranberry gives you 180 saturation, as opposed to 60 saturation, and a hit point. So that's from boiling the berries in the syrup after the syrup is made. So the reason that this is not unbalanced is because this takes freaking forever to sit here and just babysit it. You don't want to just throw a stack of fuel in there because you'll waste most of it. It only needs to be, I think it is 200 degrees. But you can see how slowly that bar is moving. I think it's something like 10 minutes of sitting here babysitting it. So, you know, we'll just kind of hang out. And this is the temperature of the fire pit. So it's going up because it's burning the peat, and now the peat is gone, so it's going to very slowly start going down. But this temperature here is the temperature of the juice. This will not go down yet. In fact, right now it's still going up because the fire pit's hotter. And once this drops down below this, it will stay at the same temperature for quite a while before it starts dropping. Now, the only reason I don't just leave it for like 5 minutes before I drop another fuel in is there is a bug, which I believe is still present in version 1.20 of Vintage Story, where once the fuel runs out, this right here stops updating. So you'll have no way of knowing what the temperature is. So basically, I let this run down to almost 0, and then I just drop another fuel in. And I'm still using more fuel than I really need to, but that way I can be sure that it doesn't run out, that it doesn't get cold, and then you have to start over from 0, which, given how long this takes, that would be a bad thing. That is the most terrifying animation, by the way, especially if you have, like, a tool in your hand, and your arms just come like this in front of your face. Sorry for the click, that was my chair. Sorry, Meep is asleep next to my desk, by the way. I'd show him to you, but there's no way to turn the camera to where he is now. I promise you he's very cute. I'm sure we're all very surprised about that. As you can see, this temperature hasn't dropped at all. It's still at 377. We'll leave that for a couple minutes. Just don't forget about it. And, you know, I'm me, so I will forget about it, so I try not to go too far. But yeah, I've got some supplies in here for building roads and more buildings. I definitely need to get some lanterns. Have you played with the stone ovens? Yeah, I have not. I will. Like I said, I've been focusing. I've got not loads and loads of time to play. So I've been focusing on getting the farm and the farmhouse set up and preserving the food and processing the grains. So I haven't started, yeah, I made, like you can see, I made the very basic cooking setup here. I've got the juicer, food press, I've got the cauldron, I've got the oven, and I've got one of these, and some barrels, and a corn. But I do plan to set up a nice proper kitchen, at least for my own cooking. This room is, right now at the moment, this is basically just for grain processing. But I would like to make a grain silo, or a granary of some sort, probably here-ish somewhere, as we start to accumulate lots and lots of grains. And then over that way, I'll build some kind of a platform for the grass, where I'll leave all of the grass, which is a byproduct of farming, and the straw, ooh, my neck, so that people can just grab it as they wish. And like I said, after this round of letting everything go to seed, the grains I will mostly keeping a little bit for myself. I will transport most of the grains to the cathedral basement, and if a bakery gets set up or something and you want me to put them somewhere else, just let me know. And then after this round of letting things go to seed, I will, there you go, see? It stops updating. No good. There we go. Still fine. Then I will do a round where only half will go to seed, and the other half I will harvest as vegetables and deliver most of those over there as well. Yeah, it would be good to set up an evaporation pond. There is salt water to the west. I think there's quite a few wolves and bears between us and the salt water, but there is salt water over there, and we can build a evaporation pond with the Fields of Salt mod. Let's grab. I'll make some candy as well. What are the chords of the salt water? You mean? Just go straight west. It's here and up here, I believe. That's all ocean. But yeah, this whole area right here is full of wolves. Maybe if you come down this way a little, or down here. Although I think it has to be loaded to process, or maybe not, because crops don't. I'm not sure if it needs to be loaded in or not. But those will passively generate salt slowly, but if you make a real big pond, then, you know, you make like an 8x8 pond, then you get a stack of salt every time you go harvest it. You need a hoe to harvest it. I think somebody was saying that they were, oh, is a 3 high health hammer tall enough, or should I go for 4? I am not the person for that question, so somebody in-game who's more experienced with the automation. How high should the Helve Hammer area be? Is the question from Mama Jama in the chat. Look at this. It's like not even halfway done. That's some water. I really need to do something with the lighting here as well. In real life, I mean, look at my webcam. It's harder to do the lighting here than at my old apartment. Almost everything about this place is orders of magnitude better than my old apartment, but 'tis true that, should plant these actually. Immediately get some more seeds. It is true that just where I have my desk, put them here. This feels kind of needs a do-over. So just use it for whatever. More grass. Ah, my inventory's always full of grass. Somebody please make use of it or throw it away. I don't care. We have so much. I don't think we're gonna have any shortage of grass. Obviously, we will want to stockpile a bunch of it. Oh my goodness. I tried to just resettle in my chair, and I think I just bumped into everything in front of me at once. Yeah, we're gonna want to have hay stockpiled for the winter, just like in real life, for the animals. But I don't think we're gonna have an issue doing that. We can make a big granary. First piece of the oven, hey, hooray! Well done. I don't think I've ever actually played with that mod. I was so excited to install it on the previous server, but I never had time to play on the previous server. And when I did play, I just went in creative mode and tried to set stuff up for people. And yeah, on this one, I've just been farming and processing berries mostly and grains. Welcome to the one in the bakery. Well, thank you. I may well do that. I haven't actually, I made this oven. I actually found some fire clay in the wild down near where I first found sunflowers. In fact, I can show everyone where that is. If anyone really wants to run down south and grab it, you can. Right here. Minus roughly 225, 1596. So like minus 225, 1600-ish. There's a big patch of fire clay right here. Styling it like it's my house. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Skullgeist wanted to know if we have a town name. I do not believe we do have a town name. Oh, bubbling on top of the column? Yeah, this is the Culinary Artillery / Expanded Foods mods. Had a lot of really nice stuff. I think the only blue clay that I've found is that patch right up this way, which I think you already know about. There. I'm sure I've seen more out and about, but I haven't marked it. Now that I know someone's looking for it, I will let you know if I see more, though. In my journeys back and forth to check the dang sunflowers. One of these days, those sunflowers are gonna hit mature status, and I'm gonna get a seed, maybe 2, and then it will begin. The process of getting sunflower oil will finally begin. I truly, truly cannot believe how long it is taking for those sunflowers to grow. I guess I don't need to worry about them rolling back over to stage 1, because if it's taking this long to go from 11 to 12, I've probably got a solid week in real life to get them. But I want to get them as early as possible, because, you know, I want to have some sunflower seeds before winter. And it's, you know, middle of July now. We've got a while still, but the crops have been taking like 3 to 4 weeks to grow, like one round, aside from the onions, which are taking 2 freaking months. So, to get them. Like I said, maybe I'll be bartering with whoever's got seeds already. I will give so much cranberry candy, candied cranberry, to anyone who can give me sunflower seeds and or soybean seeds. Aww. I wish I could show you guys Meep right now. He's being so cute. I got his little cat tree, his short one, up next to my desk, which is like this high up, that way. And he's lying on top of it, and he's all curled up, and he just like stood up, looking kind of like, just woke up, look, and then he went, and then he did the little rotate, and then he just laid back down and went right back to sleep. My sweet boy. We'll give him lots of cuddles after streaming. Still not done. I don't know how long it's been. It's been like 10 minutes already. But yeah, Astorial, if I find more blue clay, I will let you know. I think I probably have a few pieces from panning. Been panning during the nights, because I enjoy it. I think I'm out of sand right now, though I need to go get more. There's 6 pieces in here. You're welcome to these. Pretty much everything in here folks are welcome to, honestly. I was trying to get temporal gears. Well, actually, I've been making my own woolen sacks out of the fibers that I made this woolen sack out of fibers that I panned. That's how much panning I've done trying to get a temporal gear and failing. It's fire clay for pink doll. Okay, that works. Got to light the second forge. Oh no! Found a bunch of blue clay I wasn't marked. Yeah. I will mark it from now on when I see blue clay, because it is true. Some of the daub colors can only be made with certain types of clay. I actually was gonna make the kind of daub that you can make with limestone. I think it's light gray. The only kind you can make with limestone, and you can only use, I think, fire clay for it. And I was like, I don't want to deal with that. If you can't make it with red clay, I won't bother. And then I realized that this rammed earth, which I didn't know was in the game until Tells and Mama Jama were building with it. And then I looked it up. I was like, oh my god, there's like 5 different varieties of this. So you can make really textured looking walls, and it's literally just dirt. It's just dirt. So hooray for that. And thank you to the developers for putting that in there, because it looks nice. It makes me happy. But yeah, this is what most of my gameplay has been this week. Some time spent digging out and hoeing and planting. A little bit of time spent going back and forth getting sunflowers and gathering berry bushes on the way. I haven't gathered all the berry bushes I found, because I figure it's good to leave some out in the wild for people to grab for food as they're running out, exploring and stuff. But that's been pretty much it. There was a copper vein just over there. 20 blocks that way, which was underground, which I fully mined out. Well, that wasn't even necessary. Alright, that'll finish for sure. So remember, cranberries, 3 days. Juice, 4 days. It's hot right now, so I won't tell you. Let's see how long the syrup lasts. Super excited to try the beehive kiln, but scared to use too much clay. There's so much red clay. If you're using the red clay, do not hesitate. Use as much as you want. There's tons and tons and tons of it everywhere. I don't know, do we have all of the colored clay? Or do we need, we don't, right? Not yet. We need, what's the name of the mod? What's Tell's other mod? Yes, you can make fire clay from red clay, but you do need, you gotta process some flint for that. Bricklayers. There it is. I found it. I found it deep inside my brain. Oh, Mama John's already typed it, and I didn't even look. Here we go. Fresh for 1 year. Cranberry syrup. It goes from 3 days to 4 days to a year. 1.7 years in my inventory, so I guess the world must be a little bit colder. How many liters we got here? 10. Okay. Got enough space. Toss that back up there. Now, I'm going to put 18 berries in here. I'm going to use one of these. Put 1.8 liters, so that's 0.1 liter per berry in here. And this also takes... oh my gosh, I'm throwing my tools everywhere. Somebody, please, get me under control. Right back up there. So now we've got this, which is good for a year, year and a half, depending on how it's stored. In fact, I can take this back down to the cellar now. And keeping in mind also that it's very hot outside right now. It's 27 degrees. Oh my god, I'm melting. Dang it. Okay. In the cellar, it lasts 5.5 years. So that syrup will last for ages. Now you can just straight up drink it, I believe, if you put it in a bottle or a bowl. But as I said, you can use it to candy fruit of the same type. You'll see here. Now this won't take as long because it's only 18, but if you fill this up with 50, which is the maximum. Actually, no, you can do a full stack. You can do 64. No, it's 50. Freaking numbers, man. So glad that heat doesn't affect us the way cold does. Yeah, no kidding. I'm sure it will eventually, but as of right now, only cold is a problem. But if you put a full stack of 50 in here with 5 liters of juice, or syrup, I mean, it will also take forever. Only doing a handful of them here. Doesn't take nearly as long. But I have candied fruit in real life, partly inspired by candying fruit in this game, and it does take ages. And unlike in this game, it's very sticky and messy. So it's much easier to get to store. The pit stains are coming. Oh, I was thinking the heat stroke is coming, to be honest, and the dehydration. Speaking of which, very thirsty. I was only playing on stream for like half an hour. It's been over an hour already. I got excited about candying, as I do. Kind of my thing. Once these are done, we'll bring them around, give everybody a little bit of candy, and then we'll end the stream. When I want to drop this off from Yama, and let's put these in the do this right now. I'm gonna wait for a plate. I can show you the oven. You're gonna be done by the time I get this candy over there. Then sure. Give me candy. I want candy, bubblegum, and taffy. There's a reference that probably none of you will get. Hello, Yar the Tiger. I'm gonna be finishing up actually. You got here just in time for the end. I'm losing my voice actually. Just gotta hang in there long enough to get some cranberries candied. And we'll be done. But as always, this will be archived and put on... Actually, did I put last week's on YouTube? I think I may have forgotten. I'll do that after this. I definitely exported it. I'm just not sure if I set it to public. I don't think I did. Come on, come on. There we go. 18 candied cranberries. These are fresh for 50 days in my pocket. And as you saw, like half a year in the cellar. And these can go into muffins and stuff like that too, so... Is there anything else I need to bring over there? I don't think so. I'm coming. So yeah. As I said earlier, we've got a whole bunch of new people came in. A whole bunch of people left as well. But yeah. Onions apparently take 1,000 times longer to grow than everything else. So I gotta rework the plans here. But I promise everyone I will get the vast majority of the grain and vegetables to you as they are ready. But I will ask everyone, if you want to set up your own farm, you go for it. I am not trying to take farming away from anyone, but I am asking everyone to please not plant seeds in there because I got a system, and also please don't harvest from there because I got a system and that will also mess it up. But I'm going to bring candy. I've already brought lots of flax. I brought lots of grain for everyone. It's in the cathedral basement. And as soon as the next harvest is ready, I'll bring in more. Again, folks, you gotta close the doors. You're gonna get wolves. And now that door is nice and wide, you're gonna get bears as well, I think. Where are people? I'm gonna come give you, I'm gonna give you some candy. There we go, I got there in the end. See nameplates over here. Who wants candy? Who wants a candy? Ollie's in the forge. I'm definitely come around. I see a couple people in the cathedral. I'll drop in here first. Mama Jama. Take a couple candies. One in the cellar. Sparrow's in the cellar. In the darkness. A couple of candies, Sparrow. Is Sparrow actually here? Or is this a ghost? Didn't Sparrow log out? Those are not being picked up. So I think that's maybe a ghost. Sparrow left. Okay. It's fine. I'm just seeing things. Rufty, candies for you. Enjoy. Let's come over. Let's give Holly some candies. Hard-working Holly. Candies for you. Actually got more. Alright, here. Take a couple more. I'll give you guys a couple more too. You're very welcome. Plate done. Awesome. A couple more for you, Rufty. A couple more for you, Mama Jama. They'll heal you as well. So if you need to save anything for healing. Is that everybody who's online? Wait, was Astoriel still online? Astoriel, where are you? Where did that one go? Too far away to show up on my map, apparently. 2K blocks south. Alright. Looks like you vomit them out. Yeah. I chewed them up for you. They're nice and soft. Alright. We will drop some candies. They should last plenty long enough. But there's milk as well. Yeah, I don't know if you saw. Go. Everyone who is online right now gets 4 candies. I will give candies to other people. Don't worry. Oven done. Let's go see the oven. Oh, let me drop off this single thread of twine. Twine? Thread, not twine. Words have meaning, dude. You can't just say things. There you go. Another 6. Let's go take a look at the bakery. Oven done, minus the wall. Ah, walls are overrated. Where's the door? There's the door. Okay. Going in through the windows. Ooh, oh, this is very fancy. I love it. So all 3 of these are spaces that can be used for baking, right? And then you put the fuel in there. Incredible. I gotta get me one of these. I should have brought some fuel with me. Does it work though? Always the question. Oh yeah, Yara, I don't know if you saw my note, but you can dehydrate milk into powder with the long-term foods. So if there's any milk in danger of spoiling... Is it not working? Oh no. I sort of looked into this mod, and I never looked into it in enough detail to know how to actually put them together. Is it working? It is working! 255, 300? Yep. Oh, my toesies. Burning my toesies. Amazing. Now what are we gonna cook? You got any berries in here? Or a mushroom or something? Can dehydrate? Pies? Well, we could. I'm looking for something I can just throw on there real quick. I'm gonna steal some blueberries. Can dehydrate these on an oven. Didn't think it would work. Well, congrats. Well done. You did it. There we go. Those should turn into dried blueberries. Look at that. I'm glad that it stuck around for a little bit longer than I planned. Cooking up. That is awesome. What a good mod. Let's have a round of applause for all the people who make these amazing mods that let us do all this awesome stuff. It sounds a little sad because it's just me clapping here, but all of you clap at home too, okay? Surprised it doesn't burn. Yeah, no kidding. Don't give the developers ideas, including the mod developers. Dried blueberry. Yay! Those are for you. This one is for me because I went and stole the blueberries. Nice. Alright, everyone, this is all coming along awesome. I hope everyone is having a good time and not too frustrated by the crops. I'm actually delighted by how the crops work and having a really wonderful time with them. Well, I'm glad to specialize in that and do all the processing and growing and breeding up the seeds into bigger and bigger ones. And yes, we've got our documents. Don't forget. Yeah, tells and all. Not only tells definitely made several of the mods that we have. So Tells gets an extra, and also Tells has helped me with a lot of stuff personally, so extra round of applause for Tells, and also for every other mod developer, and for the developers of the game, and for all of you other people, and for the patrons. And I am, go ahead, Asturiel, it's fine. They're much harder to raid now, and there's less in them anyway, so it's less of a problem. Thank you people who showed up to watch and hang out, and I'll try to stream again soon. I need to rest my voice and my body and my brain and my eyes. So have a good one, everyone. Bye.